The container ship Theseus came down the Elbe from Hamburg. Theseus is 369 meters long, 51 meters wide, and was built in 2016. Her destination was Rotterdam. On tour from Hamburg to Wilhelmshaven was the Hapag-Lloyd container ship Tokyo Express. She was built in 2000. Her length is 294 meters, her beam 32 meters. On feeder tour from Bremerhaven to Hamburg was Nordica. She measures 152 to 23 meters and is 13 years old. BF Cartagena was sailing from Copenhagen in Denmark to Hamburg. Built in 1995, she is 101 meters long and 18 meters wide. Embla is a 2005-built CO2 tanker. She is 83 meters long, 13 meters wide, and was underway from Porsgrunn in Norway to Hamburg. The freighter Henrike came from Bremen with destination Hamburg. Henrike is 24 years old, 90 meters long, 13 meters wide, and red. The box mover Cosco shipping Leo was built in 2018. Her length is 400 meters, her beam 59 meters. Her tour had started in Rotterdam Maasvlakte. Lysbris Seaways is a 129 meters long freighter. She was built in 1999 and has a beam of 18 meters. Underway was the vessel from Bergen in Norway to Hamburg. From Felixstowe in England came the Ever Elbe. Her size is 400 to 62 meters, and she was built in 2021. The container ship Hoogh is 19 years old, 149 meters long, 23 meters wide, and red. She came from Rotterdam Walhaven with destination Hamburg. This ship is red. She is named Rumba. Her age is 21 years. She is 133 meters long and has a beam of 20 meters. She was on feeder tour from Bremerhaven to Hamburg. On afternoon, finally it was grey again. Then the freighter Hain came by on her tour from Hamburg to Ringaskiddy in Ireland. Hain has a size of 90 to 13 meters and was built in 2008. Coming from Rotterdam Maasvlakte was Shin Chong Ching. 21 years old, she is 263 meters long and 32 meters wide. After her wharf time, the roll-on roll-off freighter Kugelbake is again shipping plane parts for Airbus from Nordenham to Finkenwerder near Hamburg. She was built in 2009, is 79 meters long, and has a beam of 19 meters. The freighter Spanaco Reliability drove from Hamburg to Londonderry in Great Britain. Built in 2007, she is 90 meters long and 15 meters wide. Sailing to Hamburg was the MSC Ronit R. This vessel is 294 meters long and 32 meters wide. Her age is 19 years. She came from Bremerhaven. On her way from Hamburg to Rotterdam was the 2009 built tanker Emmy Schulte. Her length is 145 meters and her beam is 23 meters. The 10-year-old container ship MSC New York came from Antwerp. She has a length of 399 meters and a beam of 54 meters. "150 meters long, 22 meters wide and 17 years old. These are the numbers of the chemical tanker Atlantic Wind that was sailing from IJmuiden in the Netherlands to Hamburg. The container ship Express Sagamala is 3 years old, 172 meters long and 29 meters wide. She came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. The freighter Viking Bank came from Copenhagen in Denmark. She measures 143 to 16 meters and was built in 2012. With only 7 knots, Anneliese P. came by. This ship has a length of 166 meters, a beam of 25 meters, and was built in 2008. Her tour went from Klaipėda in Lithuania to Hamburg. Finally, fog again. On the next day, the freighter Emily came by. Emily is 88 meters long, 15 meters wide, and was built in 1997. She came from Papenburg in Germany. The container ship Cisnes was underway from Hamburg to Antwerp. She is 9 years old, 300 meters long, and has a beam of 48 meters. Also 9 years old, with a size of 300 to 48 meters, is Czech. This vessel came from Rotterdam Maasvlakte. Frederick is a freighter that was sailing to Radicatel in France. She measures 90 to 14 meters and is 15 years old. From Felixstowe in Great Britain came the Ever Alot. 400 meters long and 62 meters wide, she was built in 2022. The 1980-built passenger ship Koi was underway from Wick auf Föhr to Hamburg. Föhr is one of the North Frisian islands. The ship is 54 meters long and 10 meters wide. Coming from Rotterdam Maasvlakte was the container ship SCI Delphi. She was built in 2014, is 300 meters long and 48 meters wide. The Hapag-Lloyd container ship Missouri Express was sailing to Thames in England. Her length is 306 meters, her beam 40 meters. She was built in 2008. This is Jag Priya, a 14-year-old oil tanker that was empty on tour from Hamburg to Rotterdam. Her length is 183 meters, her beam 32 meters. Wow, finally fog again. There the container ship Maersk Newcastle came by on her trip to Bremerhaven. She is 23 years old and measures 210 to 30 meters. From Kotka in Finland came Helmet. Built in 2006, Helmet is 134 meters long and 23 meters wide. On tour to Montreal in Canada was the Ontario Express. This vessel is 268 meters long, 32 meters wide and 19 years old. Oh, I almost forgot. The ship is red. Ingrid B is an 83 meters long freighter that was on her way to Aarhus in Denmark. Her beam is 13 meters and she was built in 2005. The tanker Derg was underway to Berlin. She is 117 meters long, 21 meters wide and was built in 2008. The freighter Arctic Commander came from Egersund in Norway. Built in 1997, she is 101 meters long and 17 meters wide. This is the freighter Antwerp, 88 meters long and 13 meters wide. She came from Immingham in Great Britain. Later at afternoon, the wind had picked up. Then Hanni was driving by with 18 knots on her tour from Kiel to Hamburg. Hanni is 26 years old, 118 meters long and 18 meters wide. Additionally, we now had horizontal rain. The bulk carrier Iasos was underway to Hamburg, coming from Erin in Turkey. Iasos has a size of 190 to 32 meters and was built in 2001. The mixed container and vehicle transporter Grande San Paolo came from Hamburg. She was built in 2003, is 214 meters long, and has a beam of 32 meters. Her destination was Dakar in Senegal. Sailing from Hamburg to Antwerp was the container ship Shin Xiamen. She is 20 years old, 280 meters long and 40 meters wide.